Hey folks, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Sins of a Solar Empire 2, probably my favorite RTS from 2024. Now I know it's been a little bit since we last covered the game because I was on a paternity leave, but in my absence there have been a few changes to the game which we will be exploring, including some major rebalancing, some new population mechanics, new ships, and a new DLC, adding in scenarios to the game, which add a whole new level of challenge. In fact, we'll be trying one of those scenarios today, but before we get started I want to say a big thank you to Stardock for sponsoring today's video. It's always very much appreciated. They've been a great partner for me. If you guys would like to learn more about Sins of a Solar Empire 2, you will find that link in the description down below. Now, the scenario I want to play with today is called Defend the Homeworld, the first in a series of different scenarios introduced in the latest DLC. And the reason I want to play this is it seems like the most unique of the bunch, because instead of skirmishing against other players and conquering new territory, we're going to start off with an established empire attacked on all sides by extremely high difficulty AIs, and it's not a question of if we will be defeated, only how long we can last. So it's a proper horde survival of a weird sort. Let's give that one a go. Now, we have to play as the TEC faction, specifically the Pravus United, which does have some special garrison technologies which I imagine are crucial to our survival, very defensively focused. And we have to play against 3 impossible difficulty AIs. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a little bit challenging. Okay, let's give it a go. Pit yourself against the universe as the proud Pravus United, creators of the Traitors Starbase technology. You'll be relentlessly assaulted from all sides by enemies until your homeworld falls. Victory is not an option. It is simply a matter of how long you can survive. Okay, let's pause and assess our immediate situation. So this is what we're starting with. Not a bad foundation, I would guess. We should be able to get a pretty decent economy built up here. What I'm guessing, though, is we're going to be attacked from 3 directions off over here. That would just make sense, so we need to look for choke points, of which there aren't very many. We could probably build around this gas giant pretty well here. An asteroid is not exactly ideal, but okay. And over here, there isn't an immediate choke point at all. So we would really want to fall back to these 3 positions, probably to guarantee that my homeworld stays as safe as is possible, but the more we can keep, the more our economy is going, so I need to build very far forward here. Alright, with that in mind, let's take a look at things like our starting technologies. We have Tier 3 civilian research right off the bat. I imagine getting extra mining for our metal and crystals is going to be very, very important. We could also consider anything that's going to help reduce, let's say, orbital construction costs. In fact, that actually might be a higher priority because I'm going to be building a lot of this stuff, I think, going forward. So let's go ahead and do some stuff there. We could boost up what we want to construct on some of our planets, more culture, more trade. That'll all be good. What about military research? Well, this is going to lead to the garrison recruitment technology, which is going to basically take any idle factories in orbit around a planet and start producing free defensive units. So it's kind of like having some extra replenishable defensive structures, right? To kind of supplement my mobile force that is moving to deal with new threats. This is going to be huge, I think, and we can upgrade this further so it has, instead of only 125 garrison supply, 250, and then upgrade it again to start producing heavy ships, all of which seems incredibly powerful. So we really, really want to be making use of these in all of our choke points. Plus, we have a technology here called the Home Guard Outpost, which is going to deploy special members on our ships and reduce the damage taken. So lots of defensively focused technologies here. All of these are going to be key to my survival. I'll start by getting the garrison recruitment up and running, which is going to cost me some crucial exotic materials, the Endurium. But we do have 1 exotic refinery to start, so we will be able to craft some replacements and keep things going. What about our economy itself? If we don't have enough credits, metals, and crystal, we're never going to be able to reinforce the front line fast enough. I think we really want to get ourselves some commerce and some mining up ASAP. So I'm going to go ahead and just invest pretty much every resource I've got to getting as much of our economy going up as possible. Is this going to slow down my military development? Maybe. Maybe we should be focusing on early game defenses. I don't know. I haven't tried this yet, but we're going to give this a go, and hopefully this pays off in the long run. Something I want to point out, by the way, we haven't seen this before. If we take a look at Tolosa and the commerce development, not only will we boost up our base credit income, but there's also credits per 100 population. That is something that got added into the game pretty recently. Your planets can actually have a population already existing on them before you colonize them. If you conquer them, it leads to a less loyal and less efficient population. So already populated planets are something you want to find a way to integrate into your empire. It's a new level of strategy strategy, which is kind of cool. Now, I do know that these are going to be some special planets we could colonize, so let's go grab our starting fleet and immediately move over here to clear out any pirates. We do start off with a couple of capital ships. We have the coal battleship, so I want to get that experimental laser, but not automatically use it, or we're going to burn through all of our antimatter too quickly. And the Sova carrier is, well, a carrier, but we can use this to place down a missile battery, which could be helpful, especially at the beginning of the game when enemies don't have a lot of point defense. This thing is also a mobile factory. It can construct a lot of corvettes for me right on the front line, which seems pretty nice. So let's get everyone together over here at Veritas, and then we will travel over here, conquer this world, travel over here, conquer this world. Beyond that, what else might I want to do? We could go to my capital world and try to get more broadcasting for culture. And culture's good, you know, not only is it good for trying to assimilate these pops, but also you do get some production bonuses on worlds that have embraced your culture. Could also consider getting myself some trade ports, which might be a good way to get some very flexible income. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. I'm going to go ahead and build one of those, so we can start getting a little bit of extra money using the power of the TEC and trade to just kind of get whatever I'm actively lacking. Okay, and we are off to the races. We'll go ahead and increase the speed just a little bit. Not really worried about any of the markets at the moment. Are there any minor factions? No. So influence points are not going to be important. That is good to know. I don't want to waste any technology on that. And let's not forget, of course, we will need to get ourselves some space defenses going as well. That will also be very important at some point. Okay, there's our garrison technology. I'm going to go over here to Telesio, because I think this is the first place that we get attacked from some of my testing. It might be randomized, I don't know. But let's go ahead and get that garrison recruitment set up so we can start producing some free garrison units. From the testing I've done, it seems like usually you get attacked here first, then here, and then down here. But maybe it randomizes, and we might be investing in the wrong place. We're going to find out. Culture has spread to our main capital planet. That gets me 10% extra income rate per pop. So that should help a little bit. We're up to 33 credits per second. Still lacking a little bit on crystal production as well. We may want to consider getting a lot of space mines up and running. The only thing I'm hesitant about doing that is if I'm going to be using garrisons, I want to make sure I have lots of factories for lots of free garrison units. Still, I don't know. It might be worth just getting a bunch of extractors. This is a pretty big boost to our economy. So the first garrison is now built up over here in Telesio. So what we're going to find if I come back here later is because now I have a light factory, we'll start producing some of those free garrison ships. Yeah, already I can see some garrison ships are being produced. This right here, for example, is a garrison flak frigate. So like these little white circles around here represent the garrison units. These are freebies. And I am correct, by the way, we did discover a planet over here, a primordial planet, surrounded by some pirates. We're going to go ahead and clear these guys out pretty quick. Farm out some extra experience for my capital ships as early as we can. And one thing that should be noted in this game is that everything got rebalanced as far as combat. It's not nearly as fast-paced as it used to be. I think the health of almost all ships got boosted by like 45%. So space battles are a little bit slower paced than they used to be. The reason that really matters, though, is it gives you a little bit more time for your fleets to come and reinforce each other than they had before, rather than everything just instantly exploding. So, yeah, I think in some ways that's probably going to end up being better for the game. Looks like the first wave is already on the way. Okay, so we need to colonize that planet quickly, then get back over here and get ready to start defending. We are already being pushed. How are we doing against this first initial wave? Not especially great, but the garrison is holding and distracting, if nothing else. It's certainly buying me a lot of time. Obviously, getting some star bases up and running would be very, very nice for us. Expensive, but so much HP if we could build these things out. That would slow them down by a ton. The main fleet has arrived. Good, so we should be able to clear up these defenders pretty quickly, I think. And the enemy is now sending in, destructors. They're going to try to start bombarding this asteroid. Well, I think we have enough defenses here at this point. We should be able to defend against this without too much problem. But let's not get too distracted by what's happening over here. We need to continue thinking about how we are going to build up our economy and our defenses. So like over here, I know I'm going to get attacked in this direction at some point, so maybe we should go ahead and start preemptively building our starbase here too. And I do want to get these home guard outposts in a couple of strategic spots too, just to make sure that we do have that defensive advantage. Reduced damage taken would be great. Okay, starbase built over here. Did have a lot of damage as it was getting built, but it will start to repair itself over time. Are there any modules we can build right off the bat that would make a big difference? Squadrons for defense, some heavy beams. Obviously getting more hull regeneration and stuff would be great. Let's go ahead and build that first. And then, Yeah, it looks like we could actually get the docking booms, which is huge. Hull and armor regeneration, antimatter restoration rates for all things nearby. I mean, this could be absolutely massive just to sustain the fleet around a defensive point. We want that. I actually have to think that the docking booms around these star bases probably work with the garrisons as well. So if we're able to help our garrisons just become very difficult to kill, that alone makes us extremely well entrenched. Oh, here comes a whole new wave. Yeah, we're getting attacked from one direction very consistently now, but we're going to get attacked over here sometime soon, too. What else do we want from military technologies? What would make sense here? Cultural resistance, no. Don't have enough for the heavy garrisons, and I don't even have any heavy factories in a lot of places, so probably not that. New ships, maybe. Hangar defenses could make sense as well. I don't know. Strikecraft can be pretty good. There's a lot of different ships that I still don't have unlocked, and I would like to get those. Cheaper items on star bases will have huge economic boosts for me at some point. Or maybe just like more HP. Ah, gosh, there's so many things I want all at once here. Okay, well, we're holding really well over there. We should probably consider moving the fleet somewhere else. Let's try to take over this oceanic planet. I definitely would like to grab that too. And I should start building out my star base in this direction as well, though this planet has a much larger gravity well to work with. Oh boy. Yeah, look at these garrisons swarming around this asteroid now. This is pretty substantial. Is it enough to resist any major forces that are attacking me? No. But will it buy me a lot of time? Absolutely. And here comes Yellow for the first time. All right, so they're on their way. This is going to be the other TEC faction, the Primacy. But I do have a starbase set up over here, so hopefully we can resist this at least a bit. As long as I don't bring any major capital ships to bear, I think we'll end up being just fine, at least to start. And Orange is coming in for another pass as well, including with a very large capital ship. I wanted to use my fleet to clear some territory out, but maybe we need to actually get back up here and deal with that first. So far we have a little bit of breathing room. I've dealt with Orange pretty effectively. Yellow keeps sending small skirmishes, but no big deal. We can start clearing out the pirates and try to take these lands. Clear out these pirates, no problem. Then we can go ahead and claim this treasure. I think we still have time. Are we under assault by anything big? Oh my god, yes we are. Holy crap. Turn around! All right, we gotta go deal with that now. Yeah, that's gonna be a really big force. Holy crud. And they have... I'm sorry, are those... How many capital ships is this? You got 4 capital ships sitting over here, plus a Titan on the way? All right, I may have already just lost. And they're sending some skirmishing forces to then sneak around my other units and then go and attack me elsewhere. Oh boy. So really it's a question of how much can my starbase defend me here. And also, the Titan is going directly for the asteroid. If this thing dies, I'm in trouble. All right, fleet is starting to arrive. Can we get in here and start doing some damage? Come on. We haven't lost, I think, anything from our main battle fleet, which is good. The garrison's tanking a lot. I mean, heck, the Titan is actually far more worried, apparently, about destroying things like my light factories than they are about attacking my fleets. Which is fine. Go ahead. Distract yourself. Be fools. Are we being attacked anywhere else? Oh, yes, we are. Yellow is hitting me pretty hard now, too. Oh, yeah, it's going to just keep getting worse from here on out, ain't it? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, I think I may have grossly underestimated how hard they were going to hit me this early on. Right, maybe I should just go ahead and restart at this point and see if I can't find something a little bit better than this. There's got to be a better way to mount a defense. Okay, I'm trying to think what we could learn as far as a lesson and how we can do this better. Because, yeah, now I'm not anywhere near enough prepared against Yellow. The star bases made a big difference, for sure. I think going for the economic play was still correct, but we definitely don't need to reinforce this area as much as I did. So we can afford to not spend resources over here for a bit, focus more in these areas, and really start ramping up the factories. So knowing that's the case, yeah, let's go ahead and try again. It's okay. We knew this was going to be tough. That's fine. This was going to be a learning experience, especially on the impossible difficulties. I'm going to start building a starbase pretty much immediately up over here. I've relocated all my defenses to be up front as well. We've got the garrison already building, so that's starting right around the time that Orange is arriving. So I'm focusing a lot harder on early game defense here. It's not enough, as we know, to deal with the Titan, but... at least I'm not wasting resources elsewhere when I could use it. So far, just using my static defenses in the starbase, we have been able to hold off Orange in this direction. Long enough time for us to grab this planet, and I could try to go for the oceanic one, but I don't think I have time. We're getting big reinforcements. Okay, let's just actually go ahead and turn around and head back over here, clear out this wave, and then we can reconvene. Yeah, way too many ships coming in here now. Okay, and they're sending in some of these guys here to just harass me. They're going to try to run by me, get to other planets and be a problem. Oh boy. Okay, I do think we need to go ahead and grab the heavy garrison technology a little bit early now, because we do have heavy factories in position. I've got the research spots available as soon as we get things at the home guard outposts. Forget the antimatter engine. We can come back to that one a little bit later. Yeah, let's go ahead and start getting some heavier reinforcements to defend against these waves. How are we doing over here still? Okay, the Titan has arrived. We knew that was going to happen. We are starting to lose a couple of ships here and there. I've actually started to lose a lot of ships. Hold on, pull the main fleet back for a second. We're taking unnecessary losses. I want other things to tank the Titan for a minute. Gosh dang, orange just keeps sending more and more after me, though. Yellow at least has so far been managed. We're not getting hit anywhere else. It's really just orange is absolutely throwing everything they've got at me, and they have a lot. Like, how am I supposed to deal with this many carriers on top of everything else? I have to burn down this Titan, or there's no way I can survive this. Maybe I should have invested more forces in an actual mobile fleet. I don't know. Obviously, having a really strong fleet would have made a big difference right now. I literally can't kill this Titan. It's being repaired too quickly by all these other units. I have to kill the support ships now. And I'm running out of units very quickly here. And now red's shown its face too. And here, like, oh my god. This is tough. Okay, gosh dang it, I think we lost again. I can't believe it, but I think we did. There has to be an optimal build order in here somewhere. There has to be. I think I should literally spend all of my money on nothing but getting garrisons. I mean, literally, like, get this upgraded as fast as possible. If that means my exotic factories are working around the clock trying to make more of these to make sure I get the highest level stuff, so be it. I'm also going to scuttle all my defenses over here, including the retrofit bay. They're all just in terrible positions at the start. I need to move things further forward so we can actually reinforce each other. I know that's a costly thing, but like if they're back here, they're taking up slots and doing nothing. So that won't help me much either. Also, we need to make sure we get some technology here. What is it called? There was something in here called Unassailable Fortress. Where are you? Oh, it's under the civilian research. Whoops, that's why it's over there. There it is. Okay, and this would get me 10 extra orbital slots if we can build this sucker up on a planet, which would be very useful. But it can only be built on actual planets, not asteroids. So it's not a top priority right now because it won't help me here. All right. Hang on. Let's think about this as well. So we've got the last tech level done here. So now planets with heavy factories will produce heavy garrison ships to protect the planet. That's good. What we could do, and I hadn't thought about this, so with your garrisons, we actually may not need to upgrade it. What we need to do is click to cycle through what kind of orders we have. So we have defensive Rome and offensive Rome. So what we could do is set our garrisons here to hold, but build adjacent garrisons on defensive, and they would send some more forces over here. That seems smart. Yeah, so these guys are going to be set to defensive, which means whatever they build over here, which they should be doing, will get sent up over here, and we'll have a stronger defensive force to keep warding them off. So that makes this location, for example, more valuable in the future because it could actually reinforce both of these locations too. See, this is all starting to make some sense here. All right, we're finding our way through it. It's all about the dang economy, though. I still can't make anywhere near enough credits. Oop, yellow is here and hitting pretty hard. Not surprising, but again, we have a lot of garrison forces to hopefully deal with it. Are we at least holding against these guys over here? So far, it appears the answer is yes. Losing a couple of military installations here and there kind of hurts. But we definitely are holding a little bit better here than we did before, so that's good. I'm going to start building out some additional cruisers and other ships that I can hopefully use to deal with the big boys as they come through, especially the missile cruisers. I think we're going to need that against big targets. And I don't even have enough money to keep doing all the research I want, which is proving to be a little bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. Titan's arrived. Okay, so we knew that was coming. We have to clear out all the support ships or this thing's going to get healed too much. We know that's the case, so let's go ahead and start burning that through. Gosh, these heavy cruisers are expensive. I don't have enough money to keep replenishing all the ships that I'm losing. Come on, burn down that Titan. If we can burn down the Titan, maybe I stand a chance somewhere. And I have to get a starbase over in this direction over here with this gas planet because red could start attacking me pretty soon as well. So we need to be ready for that. Come on. We haven't even quite burned through the whole of the Titan. We need this thing to get crippled and fast. They want to run away. That's a good sign. They're trying to run. Don't let them get away. Don't let them get away. This is it. This is it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom! Okay. With the Titan down, maybe now we're finally moving on to the next phase. So where are we going to get hit hardest next? Red. Red is going to hit me hardest next. Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to lose this space debris, and I don't really care about that. That is fine. Okay, so red's moving in. I don't know how strong these guys are, but they certainly seem to have quite a few capital ships. But look how many garrisons I've got trickling in from all the neighboring systems. Like, seriously, the garrison swarms are working perfectly. Okay, I think that the strategy then is on these back planets, set them to defensive, and build like 3 light factories each so that they are constantly trickling in huge amounts of reinforcements to your front line. And then on the front, build as many good defenses as you can. Definitely focus on getting a strong starbase. Oh, yellow's here too. This is actually going to be one of the harder spots to defend because I've only got one planet providing reinforcements as opposed to the others. I feel like this is easily going to be the hardest place to defend. Oh my god, especially since I see that yellow has a massive fleet on the way. Yep, reposition, holy crap. Oh no, did they burn down my planet over here? They did! Oh, crap. We have to go recolonize this world. I think I just lost all my logistics points. Oh, how did they do that so quickly? I underestimated red. I really underestimated what red could do. And I've lost this asteroid over here, and now orange is coming in hard. Oh, God. My fleets can't reposition fast enough. That's part of the problem. I mean, we knew this was going to be hard. That was sort of the entire point, but, oh, gosh. Okay. Yep, I lost this planet now, too. That's the other thing. They're burning down the planet so fast, if I don't have enough defenses, like, they just keep sieging them down. And once they're sieged, guess what I don't have anymore? Garrisons. But my main fleet is getting absolutely eviscerated because they have so many capital ships over here, too. And they have a Colossus, right? Yeah, I didn't realize they had that, too. Well, that explains how they're burning down the planets in no time flat. Okay, it all makes sense now. Reinforcements still coming in. I am completely overwhelmed. Ah, gosh, this is a hard scenario. Okay, we're gonna try one more time. And this time I'm gonna commit to actually doing the whole defensive garrison setup from the beginning, and pretty much nothing else. I need money to afford it, and then that's about it. Do nothing but get as many garrisons on defense as possible, then start building up huge amounts of static defenses. But how the heck am I going to keep them away from the actual planets and burning them down with siege? That's the big problem, and I don't know how to solve that yet. It's also completely possible that I am taking the exact wrong approach to deal with all of this. That is very, very possible. I hope not, though. So, like, yeah, huge garrisons being built up over here, which is great. Let's go ahead and conquer another planet. My big issue is I've spent every penny I've got just getting the garrisons up and running instead of actually focusing on building up my economy more. And getting more military tech, which would be very helpful. Autocannons in particular, since they should impact my garrisons. But who's got the time and money for that? I need to get things like my fortresses up and running. But it is very satisfying, at least, seeing this huge swarm of garrison ships. All these are freebies. I'm not spending any resources to get it. So it still feels like the most cost-effective defense that I can make use of. Yeah, this cost me virtually nothing, and we've completely warded off this orange wave. That is the best defense we've mounted here so far. Is there anything I can do to actually upgrade some of these defensive ships? The corvettes, no. The frigate max hit points, though, or sorry, shield hit points. Now that can make a big difference, actually. Especially if almost all of my defenses are flak frigates or gunships or cobalt. Maybe. And the Titan has arrived. Okay, we knew that was going to come. I'm going to let the garrison more or less tank it while I try to burn down all of the capital ships, free up some space, then we can focus fire. And I guess one other tactic we could try to follow is try to get up to military tech 5 as fast as possible, but that's so expensive. If we could do that, we could get ourselves another garrison upgrade, up to 500 garrison supply per planet. Reinforcing would be absolutely massive. But I don't see that being a thing I can do. Yellow is now on their way, but we have a lot of reinforcements heading there too, so if we can just prevent them from stacking up, maybe we'll be fine. Maybe. Come on, get that Titan down. Don't you run away from me either. Don't you do it, you coward. You stay. Oh, he's trying to run. He's trying to run. Don't let him get away. Oh, there we go. Got him. Phew. I was worried for a second there. Okay, so now we have to turn our attention to other stuff. I mean, orange is still looking scary, but red's going to be hitting me any minute now, and I still don't have much in the way of star-based defenses over here. We've got to get some of that up and running. I do think the extra HP on all of these units is going to make a huge difference, to be honest. It's letting us survive a lot of the big hits from some of these capital ships. But yellow is coming in force now. Okay, do we think we can ignore orange? Can I pull the fleet back and deal with them? Maybe I need to go deal with red? No, yellow was the one that was absolutely crushing me before. Let's go ahead and relocate. I didn't lose nearly as many ships as last time, though. That's a very good sign. Especially since yellow has an ungodly number of capital ships on their way over here. Ungodly. I'm going to pick up some technologies like catastrophe recovery, so my planets regenerate their health a little faster. Maybe, just maybe, that will help me. Keep trickling more and more garrisons over here. I feel like we're almost reinforcing our garrisons faster than they can kill them, which is a huge deal as well. I think that extra HP was big. I think that made a very big difference. All right, Red's been spotted. They're going to take out this space junk. I'm going to lose 1 level of civilian and military research, but that's not a huge deal. What would it take for me to get to tier 4 technology at the very least? I need 5 more points. If I could do that and at least start building up some munitions plants in a bunch of my systems, 50% more damage would be so unbelievably good. Maybe it'd be worth trying to find a way to do that. Can I find a way to get myself up to military tech 4? It's a little risky to put some of these on the front line. Is there a system where I don't mind building some of this stuff in the safety of lower orbit elsewhere? Maybe. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So we'll get up to military tech 4 and get munitions plants. That would be the best way to boost up my defense from what I've got right now. We're swarming with small units. We've got extra HP. We're doing more damage. 50% more damage could only be good. Gotta go deal with yellow, though. As much as I've been holding a very valiant defense here, and it's really gone surprisingly well, it's only so much I can do when they've got that many capital ships plus a Colossus. Like, we have to respond to this now. Maybe that's a big part of this challenge, honestly. Get the garrisons for all normal defense, but you have to have a strong mobile fleet just to deal with the Titans as they come through. Okay, my main fleet has arrived. Good. Just in time to hopefully save the starbase. Gotta deal with that Colossus. Gotta deal with it now. Go, 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 go. That's so many capital ships. That's so many capital ships, though. How in the ever-loving crud am I supposed to survive against this? This is where I need the munitions plant. Need it, need it. Oh, no! No! I lost a thing! I don't have enough military points anymore. I don't have enough military points to finish the science! The starbase is about to go down. This may be where it all comes down again. Yep, there goes the starbase. Oh, God. Now they're going to burn this down. We need to retreat. That's it. All right, pull back, pull back, pull back. We can't do this. At least red got cleared out, so that threat's dealt with. Orange is still gone, so it's really going to come down to yellow here right now. It's really coming down to yellow. We got to run, we got to run, we got to run. Go, go, go. Okay. I've lost too many of these heavy cruisers now. Way too many heavy cruisers are gone. And over on this planet, I have my home guard outposts. I need to get rid of that, unfortunately. So let's get the munitions plant up and running. Relocate that home guard outpost over here for the weapon reduction. We've lost all military structures over here. I don't even have a starbase. Oh, no, no. I was really hoping not to fall behind here. All right, we need to get a phase jump inhibitor of some sort for sure. But I don't have very many military slots here, so this is going to be painful. Painful. All right, throw everything we got, but I think this is it. I think this is going to be the end. I'm going to lose all my capital ships in a minute. That Colossus is too strong. There's no way. And they're burning this planet down, too. They completely obliterated it. I'm not going to be able to maintain anything here. Yeah, this is the end, my friends. I'm definitely going to be losing all my capital ships. I'm about to lose this world. That means no munitions plants. The starbase is not in position. Oh, gosh, dang. All right, we can do one last stand, but I don't think it's going to matter. Pull back. Yeah, and now yellow's moving in full force over here before I can do anything. I'm just trying to keep up, and that's all I can do. And the garrisons are nowhere near in position, and the further they go in, the further they punch through my front line. I don't have garrisons everywhere. It's not going to be enough. Oh, my God, this scenario is actually quite tough, I'm not going to lie. I mean, that is the point. It is not a matter of if you can win, it is a question of how long you can last. And here we are getting a taste firsthand of, ouch, it is really hard to last. We did really well against orange and against red. The garrison strat has worked, although red is about to approach really hard too. What I can't do is punch through, let's see, how many battleships and stuff do you have? You have a Titan, 3 battleships, 4 dreadnoughts, 4 carriers, 4 battle cruisers. I can't punch through that many capital ships. Not with small units that the garrisons are providing. That is why yellow is the perfect counter to me right now. And I simply do not have enough to slay through all of that. GG, yellow. I guess we just sit back and watch ourselves die now. It's only fair. Boom. All right. And that's that. And yet, I'm sorry, I'm looking here at Steam and I'm thinking, somebody survived for 720 hours. Wait a minute. I don't feel nearly as good about my 1 hour anymore. It feels like garbage. Man, so there is a way. There's 100% a way to do it. I just don't know what it is. But look at these fleet supplies, and you'll see pretty quickly why we've got a problem. Look at that! Oh, God, it's so unfair. Gosh dang, that rustles my feathers. Now I know that there is a way. There is a way to beat this so hard that the AI can't keep up with you, and I'm just not smart enough to figure it out, so I've got to play around with this. And if that's a taste of what the scenarios are like, I mean, I'm starting to see why some of these would be pretty darn fun. All of them having a slightly different, like, story base behind it, different ways of playing the game, either victory conditions, some gameplay tweaks. I could see these being pretty great. If all of them are as good as Defend the Homeworld, this will be pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm going to be leaving you guys here, but once again, a big thank you to Stardock for sponsoring today's video. You guys threw a huge challenge my way. I love it. If you guys want to learn more about the game, you can find a link in the description down below. Otherwise, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.